Hello, my name is Jeremy Johnston, and I am the writer and original creator of the Roottrees are Dead. Now, there were definitely people that worked with me on the remake, but I was the one responsible for the design and the story. And if you're very familiar with Roottrees, you'll know that part of the plot revolves around some musicals. I wouldn't say that they revolves around, but that is important to discovering some of the secrets of the game. And the reason for that is that I was in a musical theater group while I was in high school, and that has stuck with me. I like musicals a lot. So when I heard there was a deduction game about a theater company that performs musicals, and it had references to musicals, that sounded right up my alley. So we're going to give it a shot. Now, I've already run into some bugs. This is my second time trying to record. I've run into some bugs with the interface where like things wouldn't go away. I'm hoping that that doesn't happen again. That was in the options, so hopefully I don't run into that anywhere else. Here we go. We're playing with, this is Les Mis. That is it Hello Dolly? That's Chicago. That's Pippin. That's Sweeney Todd. Oh, this one looks familiar. Maybe this is just like the theater is putting on a performance of a lot of different musicals. Trojans, a new musical. I wonder if this will be a Hamilton or a maybe it will be more like Aida. I don't know that one. This is Little Shop of Horrors. And that one I don't know because it's blank. Perfidy. I don't know that one. Maybe I will once I get there. I'll recognize what it is. And Trojans. Oh, wait a minute. There's years too. 85 Trojans. I don't know. Well, is perfidy? What does perfidy mean? Anyway, let's actually start the game. There's been a murder at the Birch Tree Theater. Click on highlighted objects to reveal clues and click on words to add them to your inventory. Golden Idol style. Press Solve or Tab to reveal the solution and drag words into the spot. Words must match the color of the empty slot. Not every word will be used. Good luck. The future of community theater depends on you. Close windows on this one. Like this one, click outside. Alright. Welcome to Wuthering Heights. Your friend, your companion, your home. Somewhere far away with you, know your place. Heathcliff's Epiphany. A spot of tea, you know your place. Reprise. Your brother's eyes. Somewhere far away with you. What we could have had. Welcome to Wuthering Heights. Your friend, your companion, your home. Your cold heart. Days of gray for all. Your cold heart. Dead in beauty. Locked away. Catherine's eyes. Brighter days ahead. Last water break before the finale. Withering ghosts. Please leave Mike Belts and undergarments out for wardrobe to collect. Lead actor items will be collected by Samantha Keller. Ensemble by Katrina Cottager. Excellent. What does SA mean? Oh, okay, let me read it. Okay. Now, Perfect. MW. Who was that? M. Wilder, perhaps? Keller. Oh my god. I heard. What did you do? This theater's my home. I couldn't let him take it away. J.H. Okay. A gun. Still warm. Withering Cast. Mason Wilder. Well, I mean, this is a lead, clearly, because he's in a room with a star. It could be Marquez Walls if he's... But this is Mason Wilder. I don't know if this is Mason Wilder. This could be Mason Wilder. We'll see. To whom it may concern, my life has not been without its shortcomings, but on the whole I have been blessed. My greatest blessing by far has been the pleasure of serving the community via the Birch Tree Theater as a leader and a performer. It gives me no pleasure to leave behind the contents of this envelope, but I feel it to be my duty and my one shot for redemption. I'm not blowing away that shot. Inside, you'll find evidence of this organization's corruption and the crimes committed by its board members. My attempts to right the ship resulted in my ouster from the board years ago, and my admittedly naive threats to bring these crimes to light have only imperiled my own life. I have seen this organization soar, but I surely will not see those heights reached again in my lifetime. Perhaps, though, the revelation of the evidence I have found will be the first step towards a bright future for the BTT. Theatrically yours forever, Mason W. A binder containing the score to the musical Wuthering. Heathcliff's Epiphany. All right. I want to hear this. I want to hear it, though. Play it for me. I wish that I could read music. I'm really bad at reading music. I always did everything by ear. You know, I'd have a cast recording, or our orchestra leader would play the parts on piano and we'd record them, and then I'd be able to learn it that way. But I never learned anything. I'm just really bad at reading music. All right. What else? Is that everything except for the dead dude? Blood. Blood is not breathing. Okay. Interesting. So you are Keller. Samantha. You're Samantha. Samantha Keller. And you are JH, who is J Humming. Jacob Humming. All right, let's try that. Did I miss a Jacob? Oh, no, there is. Now, this was... Yeah, it's funny. Like I said his name multiple times. He's the lead. What's his name? Mason Wilder. Mason Wilder. Okay. Mason Wilder. Can I do what I can do in... Yes, okay. That's nice. Ah, so this was solved. I didn't realize. I feel like that's a little bit subtle. I don't know if you're still looking for feedback. I'm going to be sending this video to the developers of the game, but because the game is already out, I'm not considering this a playtest. I'm considering this perfectly fine to use on my YouTube channel. Interesting. That is incorrect. Oh, no, I didn't. There we go. For some reason, I thought I did that already. Mason Wilder was shot in his dressing room by fellow community theater actor Jacob Humming to prevent him from revealing the crimes of the Birch Street Theater Board of Directors. Perfect. This is this is basically Golden Idol. A composer's journey from the Midwest prairies to the bright lights of Broadway by Noel Stevenson. A 7 o'clock alarm, a jog through Central Park, a slice of toast, and half a grapefruit. 20 minutes of warming up the piano with the classics, Beethoven, the Beatles, some Cole Porter, for good measure. I had to read it like Cole Porter, because that's the joke. After that, Cassidy Hillard sets to work. I usually write lyrics away from the piano. I'll start there to get a melody going, but then I'll pace around my apartment with a notebook, singing ideas and writing down the ones that stick. That way I can know what it'll feel like for an actor. It drives my husband crazy, though. Miss Hillard recently won a Tony Award for the score of Artist in Residence, her third, following the scores of Wuthering and The Time Traveler's Convention. Artist closed in June, but it was the critical darling of this season, taking home 6 Tonys out of 9 nominations. It's also one of the rare musicals to have won a Pulitzer Prize. As I sit across from Miss Hilliard, please call me Cass, I'm dying to know about the journey from a Midwest piano teacher to the toast of Broadway. I also know that a recent tragedy has cast a pall over her origin story. An actor was shot backstage after a performance of Wuthering at the community theater where Cass cut her teeth. The actor who died was her former collaborator and lover. She looks forlornly at the piano when I bring this up. I owe a lot to the Birch Tree Theater. It was a scratching post for ideas. Clever, clever. It was the center of my hometown, and we put on some incredible shows. I miss those days. But other than that, I'd rather keep my thoughts about the theater and Mason in the past. All right. Solved. Oh, I can't click and drag. I have to press the button. Is this Hello Dolly? I mean, it would make sense with the Hello Girl. I just don't remember the poster for Hello Dolly. Now, Hello Dolly is not one that I've seen. And we're just going to check it out right now. All right. Is there any way to move the camera? I guess not. It feels like I want to drag it more north to read this. All right. Let's begin with the thing on the ground over here. A cork. Did the cork fire and hit the chandelier? Or do I need to cork? Okay. Happy opening day. That was a mix of the word happy and opening. It sounded like happiny. Kind of rhymes with Pratterly, sort of. Floral Reserve Note, Pratterly Florist, 3448 Corridor Drive, right next to Penn's Grocery. $5 store credit. Happy opening DP. So DP gave this to this person, theoretically. Carol Upson, take as needed. Valium, 75. So she's not saying anything. She's saying dot dot dot. I can't really say that line. I hear here. Let me give it a shot. That was it. How'd you think I did? All right. The man is bleeding from a head wound and is not breathing. Ms. Upson called, letting you know she typed up the minutes but won't make it to a photocopier before opening. She'll mail minutes to board members on Monday. Was this? Okay, so she is the secretary? Who are you? Oh, man! Oh, great. What an achievement. Your singing is terrible. Why don't you put a cork in that stupid mouth of yours? Happy opening. Here's a little something to help you make a hello girl teeny. Okay. Here's mud in your eye. Marnie Piper. Sally. Why did she write Sally there? I'll be honest. If that's the role she's playing, I've never once needed someone to tell me what role they're playing in a musical that I'm in. P.S. Thanks for the you-know-what to help me with my opening night jitters. Interesting. He's dead. Says DP. I already have Bradley. Okay, so DP gave them these. Dear Mason. Oh, he's young here. I gotcha, because it's like 20 years ago. Thanks for your note. You're a talented young man who cares deeply about the theater, and I admire that. However, I must remind you, as the immortal Bird of Avon wrote, that one man in his time plays many parts. Be patient. There will surely be a leading role for Mason Wilder in due time. Needless to say, we are not going to replace a perfectly fine actor 2 days before opening. Community theater is primarily about just that, community. So don't attack a castmate for singing a little flat. I know the cast is having their own party, but I'm hoping you'll join us in the lobby for a toast to cap off opening night after the audience clears out. It'll give you a chance to make some connections if you're ever interested in serving on the board. Dan will be there too, naturally. So play nice! I'm so glad we're finally turning this abandoned movie house into something for the community. Thanks for being a part of it. And break a leg Friday. Charles. Seriously, Mason? It's obvious you wrote that note. I'd say insulting the guy you're understudying, who's also a member of the board, isn't the best way to ingratiate yourself with this theater company. Maybe channel that rage into your performance instead. Okay, so he also has a drink. They both have a... Oh, wait. No, I'd clicked that already. Maybe because he's the understudy, that's why there's a... Interesting. No, he's got one too. Is this just like a really small bottle? It's really... The scale of this is weird. It's got to be tiny, right? With the tag this big? Or is it supposed to be off in the distance? I do not know. What? Just Carol? Dear Charles, I've spoken to Mr. Gardner directly several times about the quality of the Act 1 finale, but my concerns seem to fall on deaf ears. As director and president of the board, I had hoped he would be of sound mind enough to give Dan's role to me. Not because I want that, but for the good of the Birch Tree Theater and its reputation. This was our inaugural production, after all. As vice president, surely you have a say in the matter. I know I'm probably overstepping, but I deeply care about this theater and all that it could be. I'm thrilled to be a part of this production, and your mentorship means the world to me. I would have preferred the leading man role, but I can live with the sidekick. I can live with sidekick and understudy. Ha ha ha. Theatrically yours, Mason. All right. So, I believe she accidentally corked the ceiling because the rest of them still have. All right. So she's Sally, right? Or Carol? Carol something? Hold on. She's Carol something or other. Oh, that helps. The woman is passed out and is breathing. Birch Tree Theater Board of Directors monthly meeting. Okay. So she's the one. She is the secretary, and the other one has her drugs, and that's what was given to her to relax her. Got it. Birch Tree Theater Board of Directors monthly meeting, April 6, 1975. Meeting called to order at 8 p.m. by Mr. Gardner. Members present: Mr. C. Gardner, Mr. C. Gibson, Ms. C. Upson. That's a lot of C's. It's like I've been there. I've been there. There's a lot of Beths and Besses in Roottrees Mania. Mr. Bradley, Mrs. Prescott, Ms. Stormwall. Members absent: Mrs. Herden. Excused, oldest son has chickenpox. Old business, March 2nd. Minute reads and approved, 6-0. New business, Hello Girl opens this Friday. Motion to have opening night toast for show and theater opening. Will be small, just board members and lead actors to minimize costs. Discussion of who will pop champagne. Christopher suggested Marnie as the leading lady might be a good photo op. 5 in favor, 1 opposed. Motion to approve funds for opening night toast, ginger ale, champagne, wine. Some hesitance to make budget decisions without Rona, because she is the Rona Hardin. But Charles promises to foot the bill if she raises any money objections. 6 in favor, 0 opposed. Motion to decide on building renovations. Consensus is to prioritize lobby beautification, particularly old lighting fixtures. Well, that's easy enough, because now it's been knocked down. Tabled until next meeting. Announcements. Carol's nerve medication has gone missing, so she apologizes if she has to step out during the Fox on Cena opening night. The sound of gunfire makes her faint. Got it. Alright, so here's what happened. This made her faint because she heard the pop of a loud noise as the cork hit the chandelier. It fell, killed this guy, who is someone. He is someone. That much I know for sure. She's Carol, right? No, it's not Carol. It's the other one. I need to figure out who. Well, let me just mark her as Carol Upson. So Carol Upson is fainting. And the person who was given the drugs was given by this person? No. 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 Nope. Where was the note that says thanks for the drugs? Oh boy. I know it's around here somewhere. It's for some reason I thought it was this guy. It's not this guy. Oh, here it is. So this is Marnie Piper. Marnie Piper, open the thingy. Marnie Piper, where are you? Okay. Now, is there champagne? I think so, because it's got a cork, but it could be ginger ale. Let me double check. There's the ginger ale. There's the champagne, and there's the wine. Okay. The cork flew into a chandelier, causing it to fall and kill the guy on the ground. Is that a choice? Sometimes I drag in it. Why is this? Huh. I swear I dragged chandelier. Okay, so we need to figure out who's who. This is Mason. I feel like I should know his last name by now. I'm pretty sure this is Dan on the ground. Mason Gibson, is that right? That's a lot of uns. Okay, I guess I'll just have to remember what his name is. Mason W. Mason Wilder. Okay. Now. What we're looking for is names. Doing the names first will be very helpful. So I need to look who sent who letters. So this... Maybe this is actually... I'm beginning to think that maybe this is the guy that he's trying to understudy for. I guess this dog is actually Dan. Dan the dog. Charles. So this is Charles. And then I want to reread the notes to see if I can figure out last names. Okay, I think it's Charles Gardner, but it could be Charles Gibson. Give me a second. DC's president. As director and president. Oh no, okay, so Gardner is the president. But it's not this guy. I'm wondering if it's the guy on the ground. I'm thinking it might be. So let me double check. It's Charles Gardner. Yes, Charles Gardner is the guy on the ground, I believe. And then this guy. Are there two Charleses? Charles Gardner and Charles Gibson. All right. That's fun. Is that right? I guess maybe it is. We're going to find out. All right, so now I'm missing a Dan. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to hit this. Is there a Dan listed here? All right, so I need to know what Dan's last name is. Ah, okay. Fratterly. Okay, so he must. I got it. Okay, so this should lock in when I do this. Ooh. I'm guessing it's one of the Charleses. Let me see, instead of just switching one for Christopher, let me see why I think they're both Charles. Dear Charles. Okay, so Charles is not Mr. Gardner. Why did I think he was? What made me think that? Hmm. Where's the Christopher coming from? Alright, let's just call him Christopher. Got it. Alright. So, Dan Pratterly, the sound caused Carol Upson to faint because they could not find their medication, Valium. Unrelated to the incident, Mason Wilder wanted to replace Dan Pratterly, but Charles Gibson urged him to let it go. Let it go. Oh, the board director is president. Well, let me just double check. Gibson is the vice president. Christopher Gardner is the president. The secretary is the person It might be Carol Upson, but I'll fill that in for now. And then the treasury was the person who I had to figure out their first and last name through this. Mrs. Herden, Rona Herden. Oh, see, I swear. I wonder what I'm doing when I'm dragging something in and then it doesn't go. Oh. Oh, this is definitely not Dan. This is Christopher Gardner. I don't know why I did that. Okay. All right. So this is we are very Golden Idol coded here in this theater. Um, at the inaugural performance of the Birch Tree Theater, actress Marnie Piper, who was under the influence of Valium, opened a bottle of champagne to begin the celebration. The cork flew towards the ceiling, striking an old chandelier, which fell and killed the board president, Christopher Gardner. Mystery solved. Awesome. Okay. Now, oh, there's another article. Right. Dear Mason, you'll be getting an official letter soon, but I wanted you to hear it from me first. The board narrowly voted down my proposal to add you as a board member. I strongly advocated for you, but even as president, I am but one of several voices. I know this must sting given your rivalry with Mr. P, especially with him becoming vice president after last year's incident, but I encourage you to be patient. Time has a way of healing old wounds, and your day will come eventually. Yours, Charles. I could probably play one more. I'm going to try and limit my sessions to about an hour. So this is definitely Chicago. But here's the thing. I have never seen Chicago, even the Oscar-winning version of it. And I really want to. I actually, like a week or two ago, looked up what streaming services it's on, and the answer is not one that I have. So, should I play this? Or should I go try and find a way to watch Chicago? Like as a side quest? Because I know some of the plot of Chicago. He had it coming. He had it coming, etc. But I hear it's amazing. It's such a tough decision. If only Pippin were next. Because I'm very familiar with Pippin. Oh, it's rough. It's a rough decision, but I think I'm going to have to call it here. So I know this video has been only 38 minutes long. Maybe that's good. I don't know how many people will be watching this, but if you are here watching it, thank you, and I'm enjoying myself so far.